I'm Ryan the cook from Whisky and BBQ, and today we're cooking eggs. It's a barbecue channel, right? What in the world is he gonna do with eggs? Well, we're making some frittatas. Frittatas are really good because you can make them in like muffins. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with 6 eggs, 1 red bell pepper, 1 shallot. I'll get to why shallot in a minute. And I'm gonna do some chorizo. All these are really quick, simple. This takes like 20 minutes on the grill. They can stay in the fridge for 5 days or they can freeze for up to 2 months. So it's really good for meal prep too. I got a wife, got 2 kids. Meal prep is a thing in our life. This is also keto diet. This is also a keto thing because there's no carbs in here. So, first things first, 6 eggs. I've already got 3 in here because nobody wants to watch somebody crack a bunch of eggs. Get them in, whisk them around. You want to get all the yolks broken up. You really should not season eggs at this point, especially with salt, because what happens is the salt can change like the chemical makeup of the eggs and it can really change the texture. So just get a fork, whip them around to their nice consistency. However many you want to make, you do that many eggs. If you want to make 4, use 4 eggs. If you want to make 20, use 20 eggs. And each of them will be about a 1/4 cup of egg, roughly. And it'll go into a muffin tin, and 1 egg per tin. It's a good way to remember it. All right, that's done. We get a scoop. And we have a cool little muffin tin. Now, we have nice baking pans here. My wife bakes. Ryan doesn't bake at all. So we use disposable pans. I also found these really cool aluminum cupcake wrappers. I've never done these on the grill before, so hopefully that'll work. I've got these sprayed down with canola oil to help release. So you can take your mixture. I'm gonna do these about halfway filled because I got stuff I'm gonna put in them. And I want them to be really good. I got veggies, I got chorizo, I got lots of cool stuff that's gonna go in these. All right, those are filled how I want them. Set this aside. Next, shallots. A shallot is a kind of onion. Really the best way I can describe it. So it's got an onion flavor, but it's a little bit sweeter, and it's quite a bit more potent as far as the onion flavor goes. Where shallots are good for something like this is it's got a lot smaller pieces. So these things, because we're not pre-cooking the vegetables, it's gonna make it to where it'll break down a little bit quicker. They normally have like 2 parts inside of them. I only need 1 right now. So, we talked about how to cut onions before, same premise. Go down through. And finally dice. See? Real fine parts. On the knife there one more time. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of this in each cup. Don't get crazy with it. Again, it's a potent flavor. And the reason I'm using shallots is I want just a little bit will do you. Next, we're going to go with the bell pepper. This should be enough. word of advice, cut it on the soft side. It's actually easier. Kind of what I tell people whenever I make these, I'm like, whatever you normally put in your omelet, dice it up, throw it in this. It's just a real easy pre-made omelet. I'll make them and I'll warm them up in the microwave. I'll make them and I'll warm them up in the microwave, and I'll actually kind of break them up and put them on a tortilla. So I got a taco. So we're just gonna put a pinch of bell pepper in each of these. Don't worry, I'm not wasting this. I'm actually doing meal prep, so many more of these are going to get cooked. We'll scrape that off. And now, the chorizo. This is regular packaged chorizo. I did it on the pan, or in a pan earlier, kind of broke it up. And you're just gonna put a teaspoon, half a tablespoon into each one. If you want, now that we have everything in here, just take your fork, kind of stir it all around. So we got the grill set up outside. We have 2 burners going, and we have 2 burners that are far enough apart where you won't have a burner on directly underneath the pan. I've got 2 burners on. If you have a gas grill, where the handles are is pretty much where the burner is underneath. So remember what I did? I took the pan, and I know kind of where I need to have this to where there's no flame directly underneath them. Grill sitting at about 325, 350. I have burners on here and here, so I want to set them in between those 2 burners. We'll put them about right there. We let them go for 10-15 minutes. We're gonna come back and check on them. See y'all then. All right, so these have been going for about 10 minutes. Grab a toothpick. Yep, starting to firm up a little bit. Let them continue to cook. What's cool about it is you can see the peppers and everything start to rise. So let them go till they're done. It's gonna be good. All right, so these have been on for about 25 minutes. We turned on one of the burners underneath it because it was cooking kind of unevenly. So there we go. You can see the grease in the chorizo is kind of popping up. They're nice and firm. Then we'll pull them off. Pull one out. We're gonna let them rest for a little bit because they're gonna be like ridiculously hot. What do you think? I think I like them a lot. Look really good. Let them rest for about 5 minutes. Give them a try. We got our frittatas done. They're pulled off. Now's the moment of truth to see how they come out. I do believe I'm a fan of these foil wrappers. I'll be using them a lot. We cooked all the way through. Yes, we are. Oof. So we're working with there. It looks really good. Let's give them a try. They're light because they cooked a little bit slower than usual. They're not real dense, they're not heavy. Added a little bit of salt and pepper just before they went on the grill, so that's kind of worked all the way through. The chorizo flavor got all the way into it. The onions are cooked down. Bell peppers still have a little bit of chew to them. Perfect. Well, looks like I know what to have for brunch. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think of it. Until next time, burn and learn.